likes her whiskey, sharing the glass with ice. She's a heartbreaker and she'll break your heart up nice. She's the great unknown, the kind you should leave alone. But I've had regrets much more than a few. It all ends the same way with deja vu. But of all my mistakes, you're still my favorite one. And I saw it coming way down the line. I knew in the end you'd never be mine. But of all my mistakes, oh, you'll be my favorite one. La 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 la, la la la, oh, you'll be my favorite one. La 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 la, la 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 la. Before you know it, you've been demoted down to friend. You're just an uninvited guest who stays until the very end. You're like a perfect storm, and I'm sinking like a stone. But I've had regrets much more than a few. It all ends the same way with deja vu. But of all my mistakes, you're still my favorite one. And I saw it coming way down the line. I knew in the end you'd never be mine. But of all my mistakes, oh, you'll be my favorite. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. Oh, you'll be my favorite. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. Oh, you'll be my favorite one. Thank you very much. As I said, guys, we're called Keywest. We're actually just two members of a five-piece band called Keywest. And the long story short is we have had 3 #1 albums in the official charts, a platinum album. In fact, our debut album outsold Ed Sheeran's second album here in Ireland for the first month of his release, until we ran out of stock. We've had 5 #1 singles, 3 nominations in the Irish Music Awards, and we've basically spent the last decade or so doing the whole label thing, which is labels, agencies, publishers, managers, everybody else in between. And we got fed up being screwed over, so we decided to get out when we could. Now, it took a long time to get out because you're not just getting out of one contract, you're getting out of 10 with all different types of companies and people. Eventually, we got completely free and we decided to come back and start playing on the streets. Now, there's just 2 of us instead of 5 today, and the reason for that is we have to move around every hour. So playing with 5 people takes a long time to move everybody around. So we just go with the 2 of us. We're comfortable doing that. We've been playing together since we were about 6 years old. So we're very comfortable with this, just switching it to 2. I'll tell you a little bit more about us as we go, but hopefully you'll give us the opportunity to try and win you over. You might say to yourself, a lot of times people watch us for a little bit and they go home later on and they realise they've never walked down a street anywhere in the world in their entire lives and heard somebody tell them they had a platinum album. And then they decide, I'm going to check that out and see if they're telling me the truth. And you will. You'll find out that it's all true, it's verifiable for yourself. And then you might listen to some music out of curiosity and you might find yourself then starting to enjoy it a little bit more. And then maybe you'll end up looking at one of our live streams. As you can see here, we got more phones than a call centre. We're live on everything. And you might watch it again, relive the moment, and you might say to yourself, maybe I should have stuck around and had a listen. So give us the opportunity to win you over. We get one chance to win you over. And if we do, it is only 20 for all 3 of our albums together. And I know what you're thinking. You don't have a CD player. This is important. Behind the CD here, and this is our brand new album, it's called Anything But Normal. Behind that CD, there is a download card. So essentially it's instructions and a password. And that allows you access to download or stream the music from our website. We're doing something simple. We're cutting out the big services and replacing them with our own, because one sale to you on the street is worth 7,500 streams. That's 60 million streams a year for the 5 of us to earn the same wages as 5 Spotify employees. And that's if you don't have a label. If you have a label, they'll take 80% of that. So it's kind of crazy. So we said enough is enough. This next song is called The Little Things. It's about everything I just said. It's about the little things in life that end up being the most important. It's about reevaluating what you care about as you get older. And it's one of my favourite songs to play. By the way, this bag is also totally free with the 3 albums if you want to take them away. In case you don't know, you're standing on Grafton Street. This is the most famous street in the world for street performers. It has produced more successful musicians than any other street in the world by far. Many international musicians came through here first before they went on to become very successful, and that bag represents that. It says the best buskers in the world are made on Grafton Street, Ireland, with Love Key West, and it's the most unique souvenir you can get, and it's totally free with the 3 albums. So we're going to fire into this song now. This is called The Little Things, and maybe afterwards, if you like what we're doing, you might consider grabbing the music off Glover and getting them signed off us. Thanks so much for your time, and if you don't mind, guys, even if you're only going to stick around for a song and then you're going to head off, could you help us out by coming a little bit closer to our line here? Because when you stand that far back, nobody will stand in front of you, so we can't get our audience, which means it screws up the whole show. And secondly, we get fined if we end up blocking the area, which we do. So if you could just come in closer to the rope, guys, just a little bit closer. If you help us form a small semicircle, then we'll start to form a bigger circle, and then that will help us greatly get our show underway. Thank you so much. This is called The Little Things. And please remember, it is just the 2 of us. So this song is, he's with his foot here, his right foot, he's playing the kick drum. I'm playing the tambourine sort of as a snare. We got this sort of simulate the drums. But honestly, if you ever get the opportunity to see this song played live with the whole band, it really does kind of lift a place. So we'll do our best to kind of show you a bit what it sounds like. But it is an acoustic version essentially. So this is called The Little Things.
When you're crying, I will understand, and I will always be right here to hold your hand. When it's darkest, when you're all alone, I will be that shining light to guide you home. 'Cause it's the little things, I swear. The way you sing when you dry your hair. It's the little things we share. The way you hold my hand after all these years. You make me laugh when I'm close to tears. We stay up late drinking cheap red wine, like it's our first date. We'll just talk all night about the little things. When you're older, when your bones feel weak, I will sing to you until you fall asleep. And when it's colder, when it gets hard to move, I will dance with you right there in the living room. 'Cause it's the little things you do, the way you laugh when I act a fool. It's the little things you do. The way you hold my hand after all these years. You make me laugh when I'm close to tears. We stay up late drinking cheap red wine, like it's our first date. We'll just talk all night. I tell you all my fears, and you just say, we'll play it all by ear. We'll be okay. We're so much stronger than all of this. We'll build our lives up brick by brick, up on the little things. Up on the little things. Up on the little things.
Thank you very much. Thank you. And again, we're called Keywest, guys. Thank you so much for stopping to listen to us. So, in between the songs, I'll be sort of letting you know a little bit more about us. Obviously, over the last 10 years, having three number one albums, we've gotten up to quite a lot. So, I like to tell some of those stories. And if in between the songs you would like to support us and take away our music, there is always going to be a moment. Glover is going to be just sitting there doing nothing more like talk. And again, just to remind you, it is only 20 for all three of the albums if you want to do that. And this is important. I know you don't have a CD player. This album is not on Spotify, Amazon, or anywhere like that. Like I said, we're trying to build something a little bit different. We got fed up with the whole system that we were stuck in for so long. Behind the CD is a set of instructions and a password, and that password gives you access to where you can either download the album onto your phone or stream it there and then on our website with our own player. You can share that as much as you want and use it as much as you want, so it'll always work for you. We're just trying to build something that we own. So it's sort of like it's a one purchase thing and then you're in for life with the album and so on and so forth. So we're just kind of getting rid of all the other different entities that would rip us off and have ripped us off for a long time. And again, how you doing? Again, just to remind you, we have had 3 number one albums in the official charts here in Ireland. Thank you. We've had 5 number one singles, a platinum album, which is definitely not an easy thing to do, and 3 nominations in the Irish Music Awards. And we decided to get out of our record deals, agency deals, publishing deals, management contracts and all these other things. So have a listen, see what you think, and if at any stage you do want to take away the music, it is only 20 for all 3 of the albums, and then the bag is totally free. And that's a great souvenir to have here in Dublin. So this, as I said, I would tell you a little bit more about us. Glover is, that's Glover, my name is Cav, and we go by those names because we're both Andrew. We've been friends since we were 6 years old. We started busking here when we were about 14. How you doing? Thank you. And when we were 18, we went over to Los Angeles. So there are 5 people in Key West. We met the first 2 guys in Los Angeles and the final member of the band in Key West in Florida. We then went back to Los Angeles and started busking on 3rd Street Promenade. While we were there, we wound up working with a producer called Mark Meaden. He's one of the greatest producers, in my opinion, in the history of the game. He's produced some of the most iconic albums in the world, including the Rumours album for Fleetwood Mac, Mr. Brightside for the Killers, Radioactive for Imagine Dragons, Rick Kane for Chris Isaac, and the list goes on. So we did a lot of work with Mark. He became a wonderful mentor and helped us negotiate our deal in 2012, 2013. We since then, as I said, we have had 3 number one albums, and but the thing is, a lot of people don't know what it's like. So generally speaking, labels take about 80%. You have a label, you have management, you have promoters, you have agents, you've got publishers, and everybody's taking from it. And then there's more layers, and there's more countries, so there's different deals going on in other countries. And basically, we just found ourselves over the last 10 years making an awful lot of money for an awful lot of people that we never met. And we were exhausted and broke. We have friends in the US that we kind of got to know very well. A couple of bands that we know are coming out of Nashville. They're very successful bands. They do between 70 and 100 million streams per song, and they're broke. Because you need to be getting like closer to $1 billion if you want to be breaking like, you know, that Ed Sheeran comfort that everyone thinks superstars have. Right? That's rare. That's lightning in a bottle. You got to be getting billions of streams. So you really have to be super mainstream. So like years ago, there used to be so many bands that would float around in this like lower tier, you know, reasonably successful bands. That's gone. People can't survive in there anymore. So we said enough is enough, and we're trying to build something different. So we'll see how it goes. Obviously, it's nice to say to people, you know, we're going to try and take on the system. The question will be for us this year, will people support us? So we'll find out. This next song is, actually we might ask our live stream if they want to have a request. So right now we're live on all the different things because it's a great way for us to reconnect with you when you go home, because a lot of people that visit here, so you just say that way you'll be able to kind of keep up with what we're doing and find out when we're going to be in town. Your town, I mean, wherever you're from.
Yeah.
What do I got? Come on around to us.
And
again, just while Glover's doing that, he likes to do his display model thing. The bag is totally free with the 3 albums. It says the best buskers in the world are made on Grafton Street, Ireland. It's the most unique thing you can get in terms of a souvenir in Dublin. Everything else will just say something along the lines of Dublin, Trinity, Guinness, Temple Bar, or Ireland on it. Probably get them on Amazon anyway. That's a little bit more interesting. It's not mass produced, and when you get home and people ask you what you got when you came to Ireland, instead of saying I went into a shop and got something that says Ireland on it, I got this off some buskers, and I got these signed albums. And that's so much more interesting, especially if you actually become a fan afterwards, because it's nice to remember being here. Thank you. So it is only 20 for all 3, and then the bag is totally free.
So what do you got for me? Redemption song.
Okay. What else?
Apple Tree Hill
Yeah.
and Galileo. Galileo. Okay,
Yeah.
keep the requests coming, guys, and I'll pick one and give you a shout out.
I thought this was your brother, Austin Kavanagh. Not your brother.
Could be my dad's brother. Go and have a sit down. So it is. Hello, Austin.
What did he ask for?
He just said like you sounds like a dad.
I sound like my dad.
Yeah.
That is my dad's brother. Yeah. Obviously. So hello, Austin. Right, so we're going to play another song that I pick, and we're going to keep the requests coming in our different live streams here. So this is something up tempo, I think. Yeah. Yeah, C'est la vie, lovely. This is called C'est la vie. It's essentially French for feck it. It basically means just, you know, when life gives you lemons, put it in some whiskey. Can I ask you to come this way, guys, if that's okay? Just a couple of steps in, a little bit closer. Don't be shy. Perfectly safe. We're not allowed to block the area, and if you stand that far back, nobody will stand in front of you. We won't get an audience. It gets awkward. There we go. That's much better. Thank you. Don't believe in miracles, don't believe in luck. I've never been a prodigy, and I ain't done that much. I'm saying, c'est la vie, c'est la vie. I've been called a man of knowledge, but I don't wear a bespoke suit. I'll bite my nose, spite my face, and speak my point of view. I'm saying, c'est la vie, c'est la vie. When the rain pours down and you don't know why, 'cause there ain't a cloud in the big blue sky, mister. Play it safe, faith is all you really need. Oh, like Foucault on, c'est la vie, c'est la vie, c'est la vie. I see things with clarity no one understands. My job brings out the worst of me, and God laughs at my plans. I'm saying, c'est la vie, c'est la vie. My heavy head still wears a crown made out of thorns. My friends all try to drag me down like I've been misinformed. I'm saying, c'est la vie, c'est la vie. Oh, when the rain pours down and you don't know why, 'cause there ain't a cloud in the big blue sky, mister. Play it safe, faith is all you really need. Oh, like Foucault on, c'est la vie, c'est la vie, c'est la vie. Oh, like Foucault on, c'est la vie, c'est la vie, c'est la vie. Oh, oh, oh. Thank you very much. Thank you. Again, we're called Keywest, guys. Thank you so much for stopping to listen to us. As I said, in between the songs, I'll be sort of picking the next song, maybe telling you a little bit about the band, what we're trying to do. If anybody wants to take away the music, please pop on over to Glover. He'll be able to help you out. And again, just to remind you, we are now a completely independent band and solely, completely, utterly reliant on people like yourselves. How you doing? Stopping and taking away the music from us directly. We decided to get out of all of the record deals, agency deals, contracts, thank you, and basically become people powered. So we'll see how this goes for this year. So it's a simple concept. Our music, our new album is not on Spotify or any of those services. We're going to build our own community. We're going to build our own infrastructure. We sell our own tickets directly from our website. We sell our albums directly to people. Once you buy an album off us on the street, behind the CD, there is a set of instructions and a password. That password gives you access to the album on our website, where you can either download it onto your phone or stream it right from that position as well if you want to, but you can't get it anywhere else. And I know that's slightly inconvenient, but one album sale on the street is worth 7,500 streams. So to put that in context, thank you so much. Oh, sorry. To put that in context, as a band of 5 people, about 60 million streams a year would equate to the same wages as 5 Spotify employees. And that might sound okay. You know, you're getting to do what you love and you're making a wage. But if you have a record deal, which you're probably going to need if you're getting 60 million streams a year, they're going to take about 80% of that off you anyway. And then you're going to split it by 5. And that doesn't include what comes out for your manager, publisher, whatever they spent in the first place. So in the end, it's exhausting, tiring work, and you're just making a whole load of money for other people. And eventually you just get trained, emotionally trained, everything.
That's all right.
So have a listen and see what you think. As I said before, we find he'll just help you if you want to pop over to him. What tends to happen with us is a couple of things. People either stand and they watch for a little bit and they take away the albums. As I said, if I haven't already said, by the way, it is only 20 for all 3 of the albums, plus the download passwords, plus the very unique bag to remember being here on Grafton Street. This is Grafton Street you're standing on, thank you. This is the most famous street in the world for street performers, and it has produced more successful musicians than any other street in the world by far. It's an academy essentially for musicians. Almost every single Irish artist who is successful started here first. Ed Sheeran will have come through here before he ever went on to do other things. Passenger came through here before he went on to do other things. Many US people, Australians. It's a wonderful place for music because the standard is so high, and it pushes and forces everybody else to kind of rise to that level. So it's a great way to remember being here because there are, thank you, obviously many different souvenirs you can take away here in Dublin, and most of them will say things like Dublin, Ireland, Trinity, Guinness or Temple Bar on it. At least this is a bit more interesting. So have a listen and see what you think, but please bear in mind that we won't get a second chance to sell them to you. And what tends to happen is people either watch us for a little bit and take away the music, or they watch us for a little bit and they go home. And then later on they might think about it and they might say to themselves, I don't think I've ever walked down a street before and heard somebody tell me they had 3 #1 albums. And they might say, I think I'll go and verify that. And you can go online and you'll be able to verify it all for yourself. And then from there, you might listen to some more music. You might decide that you like it. And you might end up coming across one of our live streams and reliving the moment today. Thank you. We get about 600 comments a week from people who'd go through that whole process that I've just said. The reason I say it is because I've been told by them. Essentially, we don't only get one chance to give them to you, so a lot of people end up realising that later and they say, oh, maybe I should have got a signed CD, because you would have to be in the same country as us, in the same city as us, on the same street as us, at the same hour as us, during no rain. That is 5 things that have to line up for us to meet you twice. Now, at the moment, we're spending a bit of time in Dublin, but we also travel around the UK quite a bit. We do a lot of busking in Europe, so we're always travelling, always working. So if you do like what we're doing, I'll sign up for you, yeah. In between the songs, as I said, will be the opportunity. Glover will be talking. So this next song, let me see, I'll ask our live audience.
Ordinary Superhero.
Ordinary Superhero.
Yeah.
Interesting. What else?
Something beautiful. Something beautiful.
Some Beautiful.
Yeah, Carousel.
Carousel. Keep throwing them at me. I'll see if
Apple
one
Tree
tickles the
Hill.
pickle. Huh?
Apple Tree Hill.
Apple Tree Hill, yeah. So what's happened here, guys, is we're currently live on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, and we're asking the live audience to request some songs so that we can include them in the performance today.
Purple Rain.
Purple Rain. Get out of here on a Sunday morning with Purple Rain.
Electric Love. Joyland.
Joyland.
Yeah.
Okay.
What? Little Things You Play Already.
What time were we at?
Like 15 to. What? 15 to 12.
44. I've got a load of requests, so do you want to do it fast? Thanks for that. Apple Tree Hill. Somebody asked for Apple Tree Hill? Who asked for that? When you find it, let me know. Can I get you guys to come in just a little bit closer, if that's okay, guys? We're not allowed to block the area. This song is called Apple Tree Hill. It was requested by
Sarah.
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 It could be Sarah. Is that got a H on the end or no?
In the end? Yeah, there's H in there.
There's H. That's Sarah. Okay. So this is for Sarah. This is called Apple Tree Hill. This song is my mother's favourite song, for starters. It's on this album right here. It features a singer from Ireland, another singer, a girl called Michelle McGrath. It's a duet, and the idea behind this song is about two people finding each other, spending their lives together, and being buried under an apple tree. Now, I know that sounds weird, but it was a dream, became a song, and two people actually met each other when we played this song a few years ago in Galway. They were travelling the world individually. They watched us perform, they got talking, and apparently we got an email from them a couple of years ago to let us know how they were getting on. They got married, they used this song for the first dance at their wedding. They both moved to France. They built a B&B now in France in the countryside. They called the B&B Apple Tree Hill. They planted an apple tree in the grounds on the hill, and they intend to be buried under the apple tree together. Not now, it's not a suicide pact. They're going to live out their lives first. But it's a wonderful, humbling experience to hear that type of thing. And so again, if you do like what we're doing, come on over to us after this song. Glover will be able to help you out. Like I said, our brand new album is called Anything But Normal. It's called that because we're fed up with the normal. We don't want to be involved in labels or anything like that anymore. The world of music has become so corporate, it is disgusting. This street alone, for example, 2 or 3 years ago, there wasn't a single Starbucks on it. Now you got one at the top, one at the bottom, and one in the middle. That's 3 Starbucks in the space of 50 meters, right? And that's just the world that we're in. So we just said we want out. We want to build something of our own, something we know we've built ourselves and we control. It's very hard. There's a lot of gates get closed on us, but the bigger it gets, the more people that join in, the more people that believe in this kind of movement and buy the music off us and be a part of our journey, and end up on our mailing lists or whatever it may be, the more power we have to do something good and change the game. So thanks so much for your time. Thanks for listening. This next song is called Apple Tree Hill. I hope you enjoy it, and maybe you'll pop on over afterwards.
About it all day long. I wanna let you know how I feel in song. Every word, every line must be perfect. Most of it should rhyme. 'Cause I will still love you when I'm old and gray, when I can barely see you, 'cause my eyes begin to fail. I will still hold your hand in the pouring rain. We will dance and sing like we're still young, and I will tell you every day I love you, baby, and I always will. I need you, lady, 'cause I adore you still. And if I go see the world, every sight. We'll do it all one long weekend at a time. We live kids, 2 or 3, a big old yard to watch them running free.